So, today we're getting ready for our regular first quiz because we did the Unit 0 stuff before with our equations. And so we're going to graph the following equations and tell where they cross, if they do. If not, just put no solution. So when I'm graphing these, again, just like we did before, and I'm going to use my black on this one, I'll use colors here. Okay. Which one of those two numbers for my one that's boxed in is my y-intercept? 4. Okay, and again, it's my y-intercept. So I go up 4, I'm going to put my first dot in. Okay, that first dot's typically going to be somewhere on this up and down axis. So then if that's 4, it means my slope is 1/2, but what does that mean?
Down 1 over 2.
If my slope is 1 over 2 and it's positive, I'm looking to go up 1 and right 2. And we've talked about going dot crazy with our lines because it just makes it easier if they cross for us to see that instead of, maybe getting a little sloppy and having a problem. Now, I ran out of room though, but that's only like half the grid. So how can I get the other half of my line? Yeah, I just do the opposites of both of these. So I'm going to go down 1 and I'm going to go left 2. Because I never should have like V shapes or anything like that. These are lines. So all we got to do is we'll get those dotted and we'll be good to go for that one. And then I do it one more time with my other line. And then we see if they cross somewhere. So my y-intercept is going to be 5. So, man, almost crossed right there. Where am I going to go for my slope once I put that first dot at 5?
Up 1 and over 1.
Yeah, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. Oh, right there. I'll put a couple more dots in just to be sure. But I see right here that my red line and my black line crossed over each other. So the question becomes, what point is that so I can write down what the answer is? 4, 6. Because starting at 0, how far did I go over positive 4? I went right 4. And how many did I go up to get to that point where they cross each other? Up 6. Okay, and they have to be in that order. I couldn't write 6, 4. I'd be close, but not quite. So let's see here. Let's try another one out. And again, we're just going to kind of roll with some of these. Like, okay, so 2's my y-intercept. Now my slope here is 2. So do I just go like up 2 and put a dot, up 2 and put a dot? No. Well, how do I know where to go? What do I need underneath my 2? A 1. Because it's rise and run. It's not just rise. So okay, so up 2 and right 1. Up 2 and right 1. 1, up 2, and right 1. And we're going to run into the same, I'm not going to call it a problem, but the same issue that we did with number 1. I only got half a line. So just like we did here, where we were going up and right, because we did that this time, we're going to do the same thing we did over here. So the opposite of up and right is down and left. Down and left. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to complete my line this way. Because that way, again, I'll be able to see that dot, hopefully, when I do my other one. So I get that done. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Get my other line ready to go here. My y-intercept always is the number hanging out by itself on the end.
I think there's no solution, though.
Oh, let's find out. Oh, I'm hearing there is now, though. Let's see. So up 4 and right 1. Dang, I'm out of room already. Got to do the opposites again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. 1, 2. There he is, right there. Okay. So what point is that at? Yeah, I went left 2, which would be -2 for my x value, and down 2, which would be -2 for my y value. And I'm good. You're like, ooh, maybe all these are going to cross. We'll see. Right, let's keep rolling here. Because this is good, even if you haven't done some of the other homework, this will make life simple. All right, y-intercept's 3. So what's my slope? Because I don't see a number in front of x.
Negative.
Yeah, my slope's -1, or -1/1. So what's that mean for what directions I go?
Go down
That's right.
and I think to the right.
And that would also be right. So down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. We're going to get to make lots of dots this time. And then again, when I run out of room, I just do the double opposite, up and left. Lots of dots makes a nice line. So once I've dotted myself as much as I can, going in both directions, we change our focus to the other line. Got a negative y-intercept this time. I got to pay attention to that. And again, keep making those points on the y-axis. Sometimes I've seen a few of you still wanting to go to the x-axis. It's a y-intercept. And again, make sure we make our slope a fraction. So up 2 and right 1, 2 and right 1, up 2. There he is. Bless you. So there's my point that overlaps, but what point is it? Yep, I went right 3, but I didn't go up or down any because I'm there already. So 3, 0.
I was gonna say 0, 3.
That'd have been close, but 0, 3 would put me up here.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd have been one of those that had drawn the arrows on there. All right, let's see here. Ooh. I don't see a number out here for my y-intercept. What number is out here?
1.
Close. 0.
Oh.
So 0 we're going to start at. And when you have that negative, remember, the negative only goes on one of the numbers. And I normally just put it on the top one. So it's going to be kind of like what we were dealing with in number 3. I'm going to be going down 2 and right 3. Down 2 and right 3. Down 2. Right 3. When I run out of room, I just double opposite, up and left. Up 2 and left 3. And then comes the weird one. You're like, ooh.
That's just like
Nice, okay. I go to where x equals -3, right here. I'll put it at. And x equals is going to be a vertical line. If it would have been y equals in just a number, it would have gone horizontally. So that one I could have done dots, I guess, but I just drew the line instead. And so I see right here is where my intersection's going to be. Yep, -3, because I went left 3, and up 2, so it's +2. So they all had a solution. Can't guarantee that's going to happen tomorrow, but did today. And then the ones on the bottom, and like I said, the quiz is going to be just like this. It's going to be 8 questions. It's not going to be huge. When we're asked to use substitution, you want to find the equation that says x or y equals, and whichever one that is, we want to box in. Well, I put them all on top. Why did I do that? I'm going to box those in because those are the ones I'm going to be substituting into the other equation. So like for instance, I look and I'm like, those first ones, x equals, and then there's a box. So that's going to go where the x goes. X equals goes where the x goes. Y equals goes where y goes. And it's not a bad idea to draw the arrows just to remind yourself that's where you're going to be plugging it in, so you don't forget and put it in a weird place. So when we plug that in, this literally goes in where x goes. So y plus 8 goes in for x. The x is gone. And then I just copy the rest of this. And this time, my like terms are on the same side of the equals, on the same side of my wall. So I can just put them together. I'm not going to do an opposite. I'm not going to do a minus y here because they're on the same side. So y and y is 2y. And I still have the plus 8 over there. And now it's more like what we're used to doing with an equation. So once I get my y's together, what do I need to do next? Absolutely. And the answer is 6, I'm being told. And I agree. But remember, I've got the y, I still got to figure out x, but that's going to be a lot easier. Right, because I just plug that back in here where y goes. 6 plus 8 is 14. That's my x. And typically what we do then is we put the answer as a coordinate, x then y, just like in the alphabet. And that's going to be basically the same two-step process we're going to follow for all of these. Okay, here, don't forget your 2, because we're just replacing the x with what's in the box. So we'll get a little extra work this time. That's the only thing that's being replaced, is that x with what's in the box. Everything else stays. So a little extra work this time, because once we get that y plus 2 plugged in, we got to distribute the 2 through it. And then similar to what we had over here, we have like terms on the same side of the equals, so we just put them together. 2y and 1y, 3y. Let's see. Opposite of plus and 4 would be minus. Okay. And I agree. 0 divided by anything is 0. And then we did the hard part. Now it's the easy part. Plug in 0 for y. 0 plus 2 is 2. That's my x value. So my answer would just be 2, 0. Because again, it's always x then y. Like, okay, this ain't terrible. Now 7, again, good reason we did this, because we've always been plugging in for x. Now it's changed over. So x plus 4, my y value is x plus 2. And similar to like we just did in number 6, we've got some distributing to do this time. So multiply that 4 to the x and to the 2. Once again, we have like terms. And then we go into our two-step equation expert mode. It's going to be 3. Double check, but that's sounding good to me. Yep, and divide by the 5. I'm with you. Definitely 3. And then once I know what 3 is, I just plug that in for the x value in the box. Get my y, get my coordinate point, and I'm rolling. So one last one. And then I'll get you some time here to be able to either work on your homework check or maybe this extra credit sheet I put out there. All right, plugging in for y. Oops, I'm off the screen. There we go. Again, whenever we see the parentheses, my first job is going to be to distribute, multiply that 3 right on through. Combine my like terms that are on the same side of the equals. And this looks like this might get a little bit tricky. I will not have a fraction for you tomorrow, but it looks like we're heading that direction here, unless I've done something strange. The answer is, then I have done something strange. Let's see what I did. It goes in there, 6x. I don't think I have, because I'm just looking and I'm going, okay, if I plus my 6, it'd be 28, but that's not going to go in evenly. Let's check this out, see what's going on here. All right. Divided by 8. Okay.
You do. Oh, wait, yeah, never mind.
Okay. So we do end up with a decimal. That happens every once in a while. It does. But it is going to make our other one work out kind of nice. Those things happen. Shoot, I do it all the time, and I'm supposed to be the one that's real good at this. So I'll plug the 3.5 in for my x. That'd be 7 minus 2, which is 5. So we end up with 1 decimal, but not 2. Those things happen. But again, basically what we just did is we did the quiz. Because there's going to be 4 graphing questions and 4 substitution questions. That's going to be it. So, a couple of things to put out there. Keep this in a safe spot. The extra practice that I put up there is basically just doing what we just did for those first 4 questions and seeing where they cross each other. It's extra practice, so it's extra credit. If you want, to do this and have it ready for your homework check tomorrow, it's basically going to be the equivalent of an entire assignment. So maybe if you're like, yeah, I didn't do that one, I don't know, maybe you can use this to kind of make up some of the points. Or maybe if you've done them all, you're like, shoot, I'm going to get ahead. I'm going to have my grade at like 122% going into progress reports, which would be absolutely fine as well. But like I said, I've got the sheets that we've had so far pinned up on the board, so take this time, work on those. I got keys up front, you can check that, and have yourself ready for that quiz tomorrow.